Hi there and welcome to the Monday Live Angel Message. I'm Rachel Scoltock, and every Monday I'm coming to you with some messages, guidance from the angels and some insights and healing for you so that you can make your connection stronger, get over those hard challenges in your life, get through them much more easily, heal yourself, and also bring yourself into a greater alignment with your soul path and what it is you want to do with this great life. And so you're going to get tips every week from me about connecting within, connecting with your soul, getting your guidance, your angels, your messages, and just overall making your life better from a spiritual perspective. So I'm sorry it took me a little bit to come online today. I had to fiddle around a little bit with technology and light and all sorts. So, but here I am. We're all here together. Hey, Natalie. Hi, Trish. Hey, Susan. Thanks for joining. So today I'm going to start with a little story that happened for me this morning. I've been to the beach this morning, which is just around the corner. It's literally 2 minutes from my back door. And I really needed to get centered, to get grounded, to do an extra special long energy clearing on myself and get some guidance. There's some things going on with my family at the moment. And I just needed that little bit of extra time. So I decided to go for a swim, have a meditate, and talk to my angels. And if I'm honest, I was feeling really anxious, a little bit out of sorts today. And I thought about putting this message off until later in the day. But it all worked out fine. I managed to get myself grounded, connect with my angels, clear out my energy of all of the clutter that was in there from the concerns I have, and come back to center. And I ended up feeling really quite good. But I noticed as I was walking back home, I did a circuit, that there are people grinning at me, like overtly friendly. And it's not something that happens all the time, if I'm honest. So there were these people really smiling intently at me, staring at me, and I'm checking, making sure that my skirt isn't tucked into my bikini bottoms or something. And no, it was fine. So I say hi to everyone. She's lovely. I love that. I always say hello to strangers. And then when I got to the end of the beach, climbing up the sand dune to get onto the track, this little tiny baby girl comes towards me, and she's dressed in her swimmers. Her parents are with her, and they're trying to get her onto the sand to go for a swim. And she's coming towards me, and she's waving at me, and she's smiling, and she's coming towards me, this little dot. Such a cute little thing. And she just wanted to come over to me. So I sort of crouched down and said hello to her. And her parents were saying, oh, I'm sorry, you probably want to go for a walk. And I was like, no, it's fine. It's lovely. If she wants to say hello, I'm going to say hello to her. And she was staring at me, smiling and pointing above my head. So what do you think? This beautiful little girl who didn't say hardly anything at all, she was just looking at her mum and dad and pointing up above my head. So I know in my heart that, one, that was a beautiful gift from the angels and God for me, because, it was a nice confirmation. And to add to that, I had my iPod in, which I had pulled out to say hello to her. And the song that it shuffled to, and it was a random shuffle, it shuffled halfway through the song. I was listening to Tracy Chapman, and it shuffled halfway through that song into Calling All Angels by Train. Ooh, I've got goosebumps just thinking about it. So not only was that beautiful little girl seeing the angels and the beings around me that I called in to help with the things that are going on for me today, but also it was a beautiful connection sign with my angels, letting me know, because the words from Train, Calling All Angels, is show me a sign that it's all going to be all right, that it's all going to be okay. That's one of the lyrics. So I wanted to share that with you today, because I think it's a beautiful synchronicity. It's something I can share with you and encourage you to, even when you're feeling your worst, when your ego fear mind wants to pull you away from your spiritual practice, from your beliefs, from your connection. It would have been so much easier for me this morning to just make a cup of tea and get on with my work day, instead of making the special effort to look after my energy and meditate in a deeper way than I was planning to, and connect with my angels and call in that help. Call in that spiritual help. Connect with your angels. do a meditation when you're struggling, because that will pay off, and it aligns you with that higher vibration that other people can see and sense, even if they don't know what it is. And that way you're clearing away the barriers, the heaviness, the negativity, even the fear that's around you, so that the angelic help can come in, so that what you need help with can happen. And what I got in my meditation this morning and over the last few days is that if you're a person that worries, if you are a person that is anxious, if you are concerned about something that feels like it's going wrong in your life, that those fears, if allowed to build up, will snowball. They build and build and build like a big snowball rolling down a hill, right? It will just gather more and more snow and get bigger and heavier. So fear and anxiety and negative thoughts and worry put you into your fear brain, into your fear mind. And they actually block two things for you: intelligence, being able to find that solution, being able to act from a centered place of a sensible answer, the right way to move forward, and intuition. Intelligence and intuition are blocked when you are tuning into anxiety, fear, negativity, paranoia about people, what they think of you, negative thoughts. I've been working with some people who have been absolutely weighed down with worries about what other people think about them. And when you're weighed down with what other people think about you, you can't connect with your angels, your intuition, and your intelligence. So know that by clearing that, and there's lots of methods, there's lots of techniques, EFT tapping is a great one. But I really think that the ultimate way to clear fear from your being, from your body, from your aura, from your mind and your energy field, is to connect with the higher source, divine spirit, and your angels. Because I don't do this work as a form of entertainment. This isn't just something woo-woo to play with. This is something that works. It's a therapy. It's a path that you can walk on that will 100% work to heal your life. And the reason that it works to heal your life is it clears away the fear, past fear that may have coagulated and built up in your energy field and in your system and created thoughts, behaviors, karma, beliefs, ways that you act in the world, addiction, illness, and new fear and anxiety that comes up every day. Because, we've all got an ego fear mind, and we have to learn the difference between our ego fear mind, and that's the negative self, negative thoughts, and the truth. And the truth isn't the fear. It isn't the worst case scenario. It isn't the negativity. It's your higher self. It's the messages that are coming to you all the time from your angels, from your intuition, which is your soul speaking to you, which is actually like the megaphone for the divine, right? The universe, your angels, the divine, it's all the same message that works through you and with you, which is always love. It's always peace-based. It's always solution-based. It's always about your healing and your highest good. Whereas the ego fear mind is about negativity, worst case scenario, paranoia, anxiety, self-doubt, low self-worth. And, of course, we know when other people are in their ego fear minds, if they're treating us badly because they are speaking to you from that negativity, they're accusing you, they're putting you down. That's just them projecting those negative thoughts that they're having outwards onto you, because they're using it as a filter, as if they're wearing a pair of dirty sunglasses and they can only see through the fear mind and not through the higher self. And I don't believe there's anyone that isn't susceptible to the ego fear mind. Right, we've only got to look on social media. Someone will put a nice post. Luckily, I don't have haters, and if I do, they're very, very rare, and they get moved on very quickly. But if we look on some social media, even the nicest celebrities sometimes get hammered by haters and people with the adverse opinion and a negative, and that's just the ego fear mind gone out of control, and it's come out of the thoughts into energy and eventually solidified so much that it's become an action. It's become words written down or spoken, or an act, you know, something done against violence or negativity done against someone else. So we have to really be careful of that fear mind, because I think it's like a virus. If someone's putting hate on you, you can start to catch that negativity and start to think about it, and then you give it your own energy and focus, and then it starts to affect you. So when you bring the angels in, who are divine beings of light and love, they're not your deceased loved ones, although your deceased loved ones, of course, help you sometimes and have messages for you. Angels are divine beings. They're beings of light and love. They've never been a human. So these are sent to you as your guardians to look after you, to protect you, guide, and heal you. And the way that they do that most of the time is through sending you messages through your intuition, giving you signs, giving you synchronicity, giving you guidance. And for you to receive that energy, because that energy comes from pure love, pure light, you really do have to move that negative fear mind out of the way so that you can receive the messages. And you have to clear the fear that builds up in us almost daily, right? From other people's energy, from locational energy, from the thoughts that we're having. We have to, and this isn't to make you paranoid about, you're right, you can't go out because you're going to catch other people's energy. That's ridiculous. We've got to be a part of the world. That's what we're here for. But we have to be aware of ourselves. And in the same way that we clean our teeth at the end of every day because we get food built up on them from the food that we eat, we don't stop eating because it's annoying to clean our teeth. We have to also clear our energy every day from the interactions and the things that we come across on media, so that we're sparkling clean and our energy acts like an antenna to receive the messages, to correctly transmit the intuitive guidance, and to have the path light up in front of you for where you want to go. Hi everyone, I can see everybody's coming on. Hey Lauren and Benny, hi. Hey Petra, glad that you're safe. I read your message this morning. Prayers and gratitude. Hey Amanda and Mish. Patricia, hi. Thanks, Natalie. Yeah, that was a lovely message, right? Sharon, Dee, lovely to see you all. If I've missed anyone, I apologize that Facebook kind of pushes it all up. So I'm going to pull some cards for you. So, but I had two messages ready for you this morning, and one of them was about, somebody asked me recently about children, about their son or their daughter being very sensitive and sometimes seeing spirit, sometimes seeing angels, sometimes just knowing things about other people, saying, I don't like that person, mum, I don't think they're a good person, or that person scares me, or that person is beautiful, I really like that person, you know, they're warm to them. So what I would say to you, if you have a child in your life who is saying they're seeing things, that they're sensing spirit, not to be afraid of that, first of all, and to just be open and very, the angels say to be very, very gentle around that, as if they're giving you a precious little baby duckling or something, you know, like you would handle it very gently. And the same goes for when children are talking to you about spirit. If you go into fear, if you've got a sensitive child, they're going to feel that fear. And not only will that fear kind of maybe pass on to them, but they're also going to maybe shut down energetically, or shut down from telling you about the things that are happening to them. So just listen and be encouraging and positive about it. And just sort of say, what do you think that was all about? If they're afraid, and it's something scary like night terrors, because sensitive children, and I have to say sensitive adults too, so I'm not, you know, take this for yourself, even if you don't have children who are sensitive, but you're starting to wake up, see orbs, detect figures in the corner of your eye, you know, standing just off from you, picking up on a warm touch on your shoulder or brushing your hair. All of these things just mean that your sensitivity, your intuitive energy is awakening, or perhaps it's just starting to reveal itself for the first time. So the same thing, be gentle with yourself. But if night terrors come, and there's fear at night or feeling of spirits coming in or a presence, then the best thing that you can do is equip yourself and children with just a simple Archangel Michael prayer. So you might say something like, Archangel Michael, please protect me while I sleep. Thank you for watching over me and my child. And thank you for protecting the house. And then if for any reason you wake up scared, or you have a nightmare, or your child has a nightmare, then you just very quickly say, Archangel Michael, help me. And you could even put a Archangel Michael angel card next to your bed or next to your child's bed. Things like amethyst, a black tourmaline, are great crystals to have around, and to just set an intention to only bring in the divine light. And the angels are perfect for that. They are carriers of the divine light. So that was a question that was asked to me this week. So it's important that fear is not allowed in that sense, because angels are very real, and if it can feel uncomfortable at first if you're not expecting, but they do come with this divine love and light. So that was just something somebody asked me this week that I said I would answer on this message. So all right, before we go any further, I'm going to pull some cards for the reading for the week ahead and let you ask me any questions if you have any. Hey Jamie. And let's go forward. So I think the main message this week is really about negativity and fear and anxiety, and not letting other people's opinions and negativity bring you down, and to clear that energy, and particularly to clear that energy from your mind, your aura, your chakras, because that makes you a clear, open channel in the most positive way. And incidentally, when you've got your angels around you and your energy is clear, it doesn't invite dark energy. It doesn't mean that all of a sudden all negative things can come in, or negative spirits. It actually deters them, because it's like having lots of halogen lights around you. It's like impenetrable from dark energy. There's no darkness around you. Whereas if you're going into fear, you're inviting, it's the snowball effect, right? You're inviting more negativity. So that negative thought creates another negative thought, and so on. So let's see what the angels have to say. I'm using John Holland's Psychic Tarot, which I must say I really like. And now, do you remember last week's reading, if you were here? It's very interesting because there's some similar cards coming out. Lovely. Wow, okay. This is powerful. All right. So the first card, I don't know if you want to see, if you can see that. So we have discontent and boredom are the words, but you don't have to read the words. You can also look at the figure, what they're doing. So there's this energy here of maybe being bored, or maybe just being weighed down by negative thoughts, fear thoughts, not feeling the energy. Now the energy has shifted very slightly in the last week or so. So we've been on this high, and then all of a sudden there's a lot of kind of scattered energies coming around. Now what happens is the positive energy comes in, and that detoxes us. So energy comes to the surface to show you what needs to be removed or healed, or it's just simply leaving. So more important than ever, right, to connect into your angels, to get yourself grounded, to be fully present, and to be doing the meditation, to be asking for guidance. What's my next steps? What is it that you want me to know? The angels want you to be aware. Now, you might feel like you're in this dip situation at the moment, where you're between where you are right now and where you're meant to be. And this is a time to get creative, to call on that creative energy, to allow the source energy to be moving through you, so that it can bring up your next step, so that it can show you where you're going next, so it can give you the divine ideas. But you might be experiencing it as feeling a bit like you're clicking your heels a bit, or not feeling the best. Now this card is about a number 4, so it's about being grounded and being secure. Now the guidance card is solitude, and look how she's opening. Oops, she's got the tower behind her, looks like a lighthouse almost. She's got everything she needs. She's protected. She's got the light, and it almost looks like the channel of light. And when I do my meditations, I always make sure that you're connected to the source. And the source is what brings you everything you need: ideas, inspiration, abundance, health, healing, whatever you need. You need to be connected to source. If that crown chakra isn't open, you're not receiving. You've shut down. And she's looking at the book of life. She's looking at, where is it I want to go next? What is it that is the guidance for me? What do I need to change within myself? Because that's a really strong message that I got today, was for you. Time to change. Time to change. It's your time. So in order for you to have the things that you want, the life that you want to lead, to serve deeply, to be able to spread your light in the world, there are things that you need to change inside. And they're not difficult, but it's about being open, right? So get grounded, do some meditation, have some time on your own, and tune in, because there's messages coming for you. And then I'm pretty sure this came out last week. Look at him walking through that beautiful light portal, moving on, moving forward, leaving behind the discontent and the boredom, the things that are bringing you down. You're leaving them behind and you're moving into a place of lightness. So the angels are showing us that they are with you. They're coming to you through this video and the work that you're doing. They're recognizing the journey that you're on. And they are here for you. They're not judging. They're not in their ego. They're not rolling their eyes. They're listening. The universe is listening. So you have to be clear about what you're putting out there, what you want, not focusing on what you don't want so much. It's good to focus on what you don't want, because you've got to make some decisions about it, right? I'm going to stop doing that, or I'm not going to go there anymore, or I'm not going to hang out with that person, or I'm going to change jobs, or I'm going to be more grounded. I'm going to think more positively. I'm going to work on healing that trauma from my past. Those are the things that need to change. And then as you change, you're moving towards more positive. Now, this card came up as well out of the Blue Angel deck. Someone asked me about the Hope card I put yesterday. That's also from the Blue Angel Ask Your Angels deck. Time. Now, what did I say before? It's time to change. Time, it's your time. It's time to move forward. And you've got to put the energy in order to make that happen. Look at the green and the gold in this. We talked about healing last week. If you didn't see last week's video, go back and look at it, because it's all about how to heal yourself with the angels. So this angel is bringing a lot of healing light in, as well as we've got the stars showing you the guidance and inspiration. So I think I'll leave it there. I've been chatting quite a long time. Hey, Nectaria. Is this the week to say yes? Well, Natalie, I think with this time card, I really would say that that is a week to say yes. I think that I got a vision then of you. There's like an elastic band feeling of being pulled back. And I don't feel like it's someone pulling you back. I feel like maybe it's a fear or a anxiety or an uncertainty. And it's like, all you have to do is unhook it and you're going to propel forward. It's like like why are you waiting? I would say is the thought that comes up around that. There's going to be a moment when you feel like everything clicks into place. There you go. Hey, Kay. I haven't seen you in a while. Hey, Moira. So wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much. Remember to look after your energies. I have to remind you that we are now in February the 3rd, right? So not only is this, we're in the 2 month. So this is about bringing your prayers into fruition, your manifestations into fruition. But I also have to remind you that Angels at Uluru this year, which is my dream retreat to put on for you. Like everybody has always said in the last 5 years when I've done this retreat, it needs to be longer. It needs to be longer. It's too short. Like after 2 days, nobody wanted to go home. So this year, it's in August, and it's on the Lion's Gate. So the 6th to the 10th, so we'll be there for the 8th of the 8th, 2020, which is a really powerful time to put your wishes out to the universe. So there's a lot around Lionsgate, which is powerful. The early bird special, the VIP early bird special, which means it's the super early bird, which saves you $300 on that retreat, is about to expire at the end of February. So I know a lot of you have been sending me messages and putting remarks on the page like you want to come, you've shown interest, but you're not sure. Give me a call, because I can't drop the price when the early bird goes up, simply because of how the resort pricing works. And also there's some really good pricing on rooms out there at the moment at Ayers Rock Resort. Uluru area is unaffected by the fires, the bushfires. It's pristine, it's beautiful, and in August there's going to be a lot of wildflowers, a lot of birds that aren't usually there when we go in May. The temperature is great because it's winter, it's cooler, sunshiny days and cool at night, so you're not going to be sweltering out there. And the resort where I hold it is absolutely stunning. It's a beautiful place. Don't think that you're going to be camping or we're going to be roughing it. And we're going to be spending a whole morning with Ananu people, who are the traditional owners, whose English is their fourth language. You know, they speak their language, they practice their culture. So if you want to be a part of this amazing workshop, a chance to connect in, to reset your energy, connect with your angels, and be at one of the most sacred sites in the world where the power is incredible, please get in touch with me, because this year is going to be extra special. And you'll be able to sign up for a payment plan as well and pay it off monthly if that's what you want to do. So that's really super important that I mentioned that. And also in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be running another webinar, a meditation energy clearing for your chakras. You're going to learn all about the chakras, how to align them, and how that makes such a difference in opening up your intuition and getting more clear messages, guidance, and healing for what it is that you need. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to be putting that up in the next couple of days. So angel blessings, and have a beautiful, wonderful week. And remember that heavy energy always wants to pull you down. You have a choice. You have a choice. Connect with your angels. Mwah. Oh, Jenny, yes, some of the fires are under control, but in some parts of Australia, they still aren't. Some of them are, but in Victoria, I believe there's still some fires, so that the animals and the people here still need help. But in Central Australia, where Uluru is and where I live at the moment, there aren't any fires. So, yeah, lots of love. Thank you.